The important thing for us was the partnership that we've formed with not only through Catholic Education Melbourne but with Zoos Victoria. It's just given the children a great opportunity for experiences that many of our children wouldn't have had.
The project worked in two ways: engaging teachers in exploring new ways of teaching a traditional unit of work such as endangered species, but also working with students to engage them in a new way of approaching a unit such as endangered species through an inquiry model, providing them with a big challenge at the start that leads to authentic action at the end that can lead to increased wildlife in the wild.
It meant that they were stepping out of their neighbourhood, stepping out of their comfort zone, looking for other resources and ways of learning. And by going to the zoo as a whole school at the start of the project, it was a great immersion into the possibilities and the potential for the learning. It certainly was an eye-opener for a number of our children about what was going on out in the animal world, and it was certainly an eye-opener for them in understanding that a lot of what was happening was because of what man was doing.
A partnership is a really powerful way of achieving more than what you could by yourself. For Zoos Victoria, for a long time we've worked to save wildlife, and by actually partnering with the Catholic Education Melbourne and the 13 schools that participated in this particular trial project, we've found that we can achieve much more than just one-off actions that will help save wildlife, but we can actually start to achieve long-term changes in attitudes, knowledge and behaviour that we wouldn't have been able to achieve without this partnership.
After emailing the zoo a couple of times, they finally offered us if we wanted to do a Silver Loop Action Day. And that's when I went to Miss BERGIN and asked her if we could take part in this to clean up our creek and our own backyard to help the Australian fur seals. We then done some further research, and the creek behind our school, Corriott Creek, actually leads to Altona Beach. So we thought this would be perfect to clean up, make sure people are aware of what's actually going into the creek, and that the school knows that our rubbish we leave on our yard is got to go onto the creek and affecting the Australian fur seals.
I'd recommend this to Catholic schools because we are, having stewardship for the environment is absolutely what we're on about, and the partnership that we got through Catholic Education Melbourne and the professional learning we had through the webinars and the support we had financially to support our children in this project has been fantastic, and I'd highly recommend this sort of partnership with Catholic schools.